The London Symposium is one of our most exciting electives. It's an opportunity for our students to really get inside London and go out and visit organisations they wouldn't otherwise be able to access.
We start out the morning in a London landmark, and while we're here at these amazing locations, we get to sit through presentations from industry leaders.
It's important for people to be exposed to people who aspire to do things well, because I think that from that you get inspired, you learn lessons and you take them back and you adapt them.
So it's a combination of networking, discovering new industries, but also discovering London.
It's a really great opportunity to meet different people from across the world, and everybody has a shared enthusiasm for what the week will hold.
This year we've themed the experiences that they're going to be having, and we've built our curriculum around 4 core ideas.
So the thing that makes London stand out for me is the fact that it's a truly international city, and I think the mix of international cultures makes it the greatest city in the world.
You'll find every kind of business, large and small, global and local, and it gives you a vision of what business is like in a single city that I would really find it difficult to find anywhere else.
Our location gives us a huge advantage. We're sort of at the epicentre of the change and the business dynamics that are taking place all around us here in this global city.
Today we had an introduction from Sinead, and then we heard from London Partners, who are the official kind of PR and communications agency for London.
Well, when I was asked to speak at Cass Business School, I thought it was an amazing opportunity to speak at one of the leading business schools. I was just giving an overview about what London Partners does, and particularly one of our big tourism campaigns. And also because there's such talent at Cass, I wanted to hear from them about how they could best promote London.
It's a delight to be able to interact with them and to hear what they want to achieve, what their vision is for the future, and see if we can't have a debate that creates new ideas for all of us.
This afternoon we went to BlackRock and we had a discussion about customer engagement from their team and some of the insights that they have on investors in the UK.
It's a great opportunity for the students to come into BlackRock and actually see what we do here. I think it's great exposure to them to understand how we interact with our clients and investors around the world. I think the students reacted well today to be asked questions that are relevant and give the opportunity to go further into detail. It's a fantastic opportunity to interact with them on a one-to-one basis.
To see where businesses are going, what's important to them, what challenges they face, and how they are tackling those.
The creative industries generate a large proportion of UK's GDP, and as a consequence I think are really worthy of study in some depth.
Well, first we met Andrew Daw from Universal Music Group, and he talked to us about the evolving changes in the music business.
The big thing today was just really to give a snapshot of what we do as a company, where we're going. I think personalities and relationships, specifically in creative industry, is really important, and I think that you can't get that from a book. If we inspired somebody to move into the music business in the future, job done.
Then we got to speak with William Sargent from Framestore, and he showed us a lot of what goes on in the industry.
I was asked to talk about leading a business, particularly in the creative industry, and there were various things I wanted to highlight today. One was there are different models for leadership, and secondly was the characters of leaders and the types of characters of leadership and what made their behaviours important and the impact of those behaviours. It's important that we share and pass on any experiences, particularly mistakes that we've made. I learned from other people. I can't return the compliment to them, but I can to the people that follow me.
In the afternoon, we got to visit Motion Picture Capital, which focuses on financing feature film projects.
I found it absolutely fascinating to learn that there was this whole asset management side of the business that really complemented so well the production side of the business.
I think there is a gap between the creative people and the business people. So having the opportunity to talk to business people, to explain to them what we do and why we need them, was a great opportunity for us. And I hope they can think that the creative industries are also a great place to work in.
We had the opportunity to go to the Ministry of Sound, and we started out with a tour of the club. We then got a history of the Ministry of Sound, how it started and some of the innovative things it has done over the years. and then finally had a chance to hear from their CFO, who really broke down how they monetize their business.
The insight just helps me decide which companies I would like to apply to, and it just makes the whole industry a lot more interesting because you get to meet more people, and it's all about networking for certain industries, so it just adds to your network, really.
All of the speakers that we heard from today have really done something new and are really trying to force a change in what they do. And as an MBA student, a lot of what we're trying to accomplish in the future is change, is something new. So it was really inspiring to hear people that have already done it. It gives you that feeling that we can do it too.
This morning I spoke to the students about Formula E, the new championship that we're putting together. And we had a discussion, lots of questions about car racing, about the future of technology. These CAS students were really making very sharp questions. Some of them you could tell were Formula One fans. Some were more motivated or focused on the sustainability issues. But all in all, a really, really high quality session.
I was here talking about change in the public sector and describing some of the things we've learned along the way and some of the challenges still to face in terms of transforming the Metropolitan Police Service. It's really clear from the work we've done that the lessons translate across sectors. So whether you're a small entrepreneur running your own business, but also if you're a part of a large multinational conglomerate, insight helps for all of us so we can share our experience across sectors.
So this morning we got to listen to Rohan Silver, who is currently running a company called Second Home, a really innovative and cool office space for startups and people that are really looking to try and innovate.
And the point about London, the point about Tech City, the thing that Second Home is celebrating, is that unlike Silicon Valley, London is the centre of a huge number of industries. And so there's a very special character. And Tech City's location is really central to that.
We really look forward to this afternoon, and we've arrived here. We've been welcomed by the Oval management and the management of the Professional Cricket Association. They've taken us through their business model, how they promote cricket, and it's been a great evening spent.
This stand was designed by HOK, who designed Wembley and Arsenal Stadium, and we tried to give them an insight into how Surrey funded this stand for £25 million, how they returned that investment, how they make it pay, and those lessons are as relevant to any real sporting infrastructure capital investment.
I'm here today to talk about how digital by design within an organisation is needed in order to respond to the challenges of a digital world. But also interesting talking about how Accenture itself is going through a transformation, how by forming Accenture Digital, looking at new ways of working, bringing in new skills and new talent, we're enabling new services and solutions to our customers.
Metro Bank is the first new bank in Britain in 100+ years. Our subtitle is How to Create a Growth Business in a No-Growth World. And I think that's a message we want to share. Each one of these students have a special value. They have a special talent. And when they find that special talent and then match that up with what they do in life, they can change the world and create value.
I think the important thing is that they can already be business leaders. Meeting them, I'm going to learn as much as they're going to learn from me, and I think just encourage them to go out and start doing things now, not waiting until they're in a leadership position to start to drive the change is really important.
We're now at the art school. It's Central St. Martin's. It's home of many fashion designers and artists that influence our life. And it's a place where we're meeting today with the dean, who showed us the entire school.
They ask some really good questions, how we measure performance, how we do assessment, how we know that what we're doing is the right thing to do. A really stimulating group of people to be with. London is very much on the world stage in the cultural and creative industries. It's been so for a long time, and of course I sincerely hope that it's going to be for a long time to come.
And of course, whilst our experiences doing an MBA are very different to those studying at Central St. Martin's, the idea of design thinking, creativity and innovation are real mutual understandings that we were able to learn a huge amount from listening to what it is that they do there.
today is the last day of the symposium, which is going to close with a gala dinner where we're going to meet with some of the speakers and some of the people whom we met. I'm just very, very much looking forward to it.
Our students have been telling us that we've really exceeded their expectations. They've been really delighted about the ability of the school to create the opportunity to really interact with thought leaders in a way that they hadn't really imagined was possible.
I think a lot of us have an impression that London is really finance heavy, and of course that is true, but to hear about the different innovation and technology that's happening here has been really, really interesting.
Some of the people we've been able to meet, the places we've been able to visit, have not only been really exciting, but actually really insightful. And you've learned a huge amount about different kinds of businesses and how people are making the most of the city that we're in.
Our symposium has grown significantly since last year, and it will continue to grow and develop. As the city is changing around us constantly, there are even more places for us to explore and discover.